Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of the AMA session for the Telangana AI Rising Grand Challenge. As you know, today's focus is on the AI-driven anomaly and mistake detection for the Revenue and Stamps Department. It is my honor to welcome Subhashini Garu, Deputy DIG, who is leading this transformative effort. I now invite her to introduce the use case a little bit, set the context before we open the floor for questions. Over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. As we know that Registration and Stamps Department in the state of Telangana is registering approximately per day 5,000 documents. So, in these 5,000 documents, there are a variety of deeds to be registered. Like some might be related to property, some might be related to only just casual book for documents like GPAs and will deeds like that. So the only issue comes with the book one documents. That is where the EC has to be issued. EC means encumbrance certificate has to be issued to the parties. Encumbrance certificate, as we all know, that it is very useful. It is the record of transactions which all happened in the offices, and those transactions have to be shown to the world. That is the concept of the encumbrance certificate. So, in order to get the proper encumbrance certificate, we must ensure that the indexing is done properly. That is metadata entry or the pre-registration, whatever name you call it. That should be done in a proper way. It should be done correctly, so that if the input is correct, obviously the output is going to be correct, right? So output is the encumbrance certificate. Input is the simple details which we fill up, which a citizen is expected to fill up before coming for the property registration, like the buyer's name, the seller's name, and the property details, and all these details. Along with that, like there'll be an automatic duty free calculator which will be populated there itself, which will show the amount to be paid by the citizen. Okay, so this is the basic input parameters which have to be given by the citizen, so as to get the exact duties to be paid by him to the department and get the registration done. And finally, after the registration is done, encumbrance certificate is issued to him. That is wherein his transaction is recorded in the certificate. So this is the procedure. So for this, we have observed mostly that people are in a hurry. They don't register the details properly in the pre-registration module. They come up with they commit some or the other mistakes knowingly or unknowingly. And actually, it should be like whatever is there in the document, those details should exactly match with the pre-registration details. This should be done. But here the citizen, he prepares the document at a later date, and he comes up with the pre-registration at the last moment, just before the registration. So the scope of mistakes happening is more. So in order to curtail this, Rushita, when she approached me from the IT and DC department, that AI-based solution can be provided to tackle such issues. So we thought this is this for AI, for the use of AI, and this is the most useful case for the from the department's point of view. So we thought that the pre-registration data, sample data, could be shared to the to the agency, whosoever is tying up with you, along with the copy of the documents, the same documents like the pre-registration data plus the documents, so that a solution can be derived, wherein there are 2 or 3 parameters which can be looked into. One is correctness of the data. The index data should be exactly matching with the document presented, number one. Number two, party might have certain doubts, like whether his property is is in a certain local body, whether it is correct or not. party might have a doubt that his part of the property is in prohibition property list. So whether this particular property is attracting any sort of prohibition or not. Or third thing, whether the value applied by the system or value given by the sub-registrar is correct or not. So these are the 3 or 4 parameters where the party might be having doubts, and he might look for assurance of any kind. So of course, I don't say that AI will be able to give him assurance to 100%, but at least some sort of cross verification, some sort of some sort of assurance can be given by the system by cross verification using the GIS for the market value purpose, or for cross verification of the prohibitory data which is already fed in the system vis-a-vis the transaction which happened already in particular prohibition property. So he can get some sort of assurance that okay, this he can just go ahead with the pre-registration or registration of the property. So for this, I think AI will work best, and the department is also looking forward to such things. So you might be getting doubt that like how the department is tackling to this issue at present without AI or without any such solution. Actually, there is like a party when he does pre-registration, or he can come straight away to the SROs for walk-in registrations, wherein our SRO staff only, data entry operator only, feeds feeds the data into. I mean, he does a pre-registration sort of thing, which is called check slip, which later converts into encumbrance certificate. So when this data entry is being made at the office, or when the citizen himself uses pre-registration module and does the entry, or somebody else on behalf of the citizen does this data entry, the most common entries are like some sort of boundary. Every property is having 4 boundaries, right? So any one of the boundary or 2 of the boundaries get wrong, or some door number mistake might happen, or survey number might be correct, but the by number might be something different, or door number might be something different, which is different from the document, which is there in the document. So for such issues, sub-registrar, whenever a citizen raises the concern that the document registers or office belong to a number, particular door number, 11 dash 100, but in the encumbrance certificate, it is 11 dash 1 dash 10. By mistakenly, that zero gets eliminated. So, hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. So in that scenario, he approaches the sub-registrar office, and sub-registrar raises a request to the district registrar concerned. And once the district registrar gives the approval, sub-registrar makes the correction in the index, and that's how the correct EC is issued. So this is the usual scenario if at all a mistake happens. I'm not saying that out of daily 5,000 transactions, mistake happens in all the 5,000 documents, but at least in 100 it might happen, right? So in 100 such documents also is a huge number, because ensuring the correctness of the data entry is the foremost duty of the citizen as well as the sub registrar also. But this is not happening properly, so that's where the department concern is. So at present, the citizen is made, obviously he is made to raise a request. Then he approaches the sub registrar office. Then if at all the district registrar is not in, because district registrar is controlling some 12 to 15 offices under his jurisdiction, so he might not get time to dispose of the edited index request on the same day. He might take longer. So that's how it gets delayed, and the citizen is made to wait, or sometimes made to roam pillar to post from offices, from sub office to the district office, in order to get the correct EC. Okay, so this step, with the help of AI, which is expected from you all, so this problem is required to be addressed by you all. Number two, the market value issue, which I told. Like, parties of certain contention that because my neighbor is having 20,000 per square yard as a market value, so my property is also having 20,000 per square yard. But it might not be like that. His property might be in more advantageous situation. or mistakenly in the market value records only by the department, some sort of mistake. It can happen from the committee side, it can happen from the sub-registrar side, or it can be a typographical mistake, that instead of 20,000 it is 30,000 per se, right? So 30,000 is, so whether this 30,000 market value is correct, which is shown by the system, or it has been mistakenly given by the system, that has to be some sort of solution has to be given to the public to understand why this 30,000, but his neighbor is getting only 20,000, whereas why 30,000 is being charged from him. So for that, he can, AI can use two or three parameters. Like he can, AI can just use the GIS location and exactly locate the property of this particular property in question, and show that it is because it is abutting to the main road, this higher value is applicable to it. Or in other scenarios, like all other houses are all 30,000 only. Only his neighbor's house is mistakenly charged as 20,000. That assurance can be given, or that type of picture scenario can be shown by the AI. Or thirdly, lastly, which is of course very complicated, that AI can show him that already in this particular portion of the property, this was the market value applied by in the previous transactions, like since how many years this particular property is having the higher value. So that party can come to an understanding. Of course, this can be tackled to in the phase two. I already explained, Rushita, that we can use to a much advanced level also, but not initially. Of course, initially we will cater only to the indexing part, the correctness of the indexing part, that we will deal with later on. As I said, these all issues like market value, or a certain property of certain portion of the survey number is in prohibition list, and whether that prohibition is applicable to this particular property or not, those are all things which can be dealt in the phase 2 or phase 3 accordingly. Okay, so this is what initially expected from the department, that I mean that only correctness of the index data is ensured, and AI helps us in giving that correctness of the data. And wherever there is any mistake happens, or any like anything identified by the AI, it can just throw an alert or a prompt that this needs to be corrected. So SR can immediately correct it, so that citizen does not have to roam around the offices later for the correct EC. Okay, thank you. This is from my side.
We have a question from Madhava Nallappaneni. What are the draft registration documents to include?
All drafts, whatever I told you, which has to be incorporated in the EC, like book one documents I named, all book one documents where the rights are transferred, right? So those are all book one documents which are related to immovable properties. So all those documents. Book three means will deed. So except will deed and except general GPAs, all other documents are covered in book one only. So this particular solution has to be offered for all these documents. Yeah, next.
Anybody has any more questions?
Yeah, ma'am, I have one question. So it is like you saying that I want to know just the information flow. I mean, it is the entry I mean the whatever is the information is entered by the user from the who is going to be registered their party. I mean the property, or the officers are also entering the like the information. I mean, it is a I mean the misplace is happening from the both side, or in the from the single side. What you want, like from it is for the end user, or who will be the end user for this solution, like
Yeah, I understood. At present, like we don't have mandatory pre-registration as of now. Only in 22 offices we are using this mandatory pre-registration office option, wherein citizen enters the data himself and then comes to the office for the registration after doing slot booking. So for all other than 22 offices, we have total 144 offices, right? So in all other 122 offices, SRO is either, it's an optional thing. Either he asks the citizen to do the pre-registration first, or anybody can come walk in directly to the sub-registrar office and he will do the data entry. Mostly
But
when the data entry is happening at the sub-registrar office, it is correct only, most of the cases. But when it is coming through pre-registration, citizen user makes certain mistakes in hurry. So that's where the problem rises.
So, but basically, I mean, currently it is you want it for the citizens, the current solution, right? As per your
Yes,
analysis, like this
yes,
problem is
yes. For the
occurring because of them.
yes, yes,
Yes,
for the
got it, got
citizens
it.
only. We will give
Uh,
you the access to the pre-registration data,
got
wherein you can be able to, AI will be able to check the pre-registration data and compare it
mhm.
vis-a-vis the document he is going to present in the office.
Got it, got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
One more question is, are all these documents in English?
Yes, most of the documents are in English. 10%, 90% are in English, 10% are in Telugu.
Another question from Rishabh. Should we compare the pre-registered documents with all the previous document, or only that particular land property document?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Rishabh, do you want to take this up? Do you want to unmute yourself and take this up? Okay, his question is, should we compare the pre-registered documents with all the previous documents or only that particular land property document?
No. In first phase, we can just compare with the previous, just the immediate document. In later cases, when we want to use the advanced search and all, then we can go for the other previous transactions also. Whatever best services could be given, we can go for that only at the later stages, not initially, of course.
Okay.
Okay, I have one question. Actually, are we only looking for comparing the data of metadata with the document, or are we also looking for if the document is forged or something like that?
No, whatever best you can do, forgery and all you cannot detect because you don't have the signature of the parties, right, with you. So all that storing of the data has to be done beforehand so that you can tell that whether this document is forged or not, right? So all those things are not to be looked into at this stage. Initially, only just correctness of the data entered by the user and vis-a-vis the document. That's it.
Okay, okay.
Another question from Prateek. These are crucial documents, and do you want the system to be proprietary or in-house, or is it okay to use a third-party solution?
No, we want everything in our system only, in our in-house only.
No
Hello.
third-party.
Hello.
Hello. So no
Yeah.
third-party solutions, right?
No.
Okay. Any other question? So if there are no other questions, we'll wait for a couple of minutes.
I have one question. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
During pre-registration, the platform or the portal that citizen uses versus doing direct at the SRO, are both platforms the same?
No, they are
No,
not the same. No, they are not the same.
but both are available.
The one we have given device for the user is in Java platform, and the one which SRO uses is Oracle only. So
Okay.
that is Oracle one is intranet only. It is not accessible from anywhere. Only from the SROs only it is accessible. And the user this pre-registration module is in website, which is in Java platform, which is accessible from anywhere.
Okay. So you want to basically vet the correctness between the pre-registration document and the one sitting inside your Oracle platform, correct?
No. We don't want you to enter into Oracle. We just want you to just look at the pre-registration data. At present, we don't have any data uploading, document uploading option given to the citizen. Once you are ready with your solution, then we will give an option in the pre-registration module only to the citizen to upload his document. the final document which is going to present before the sub-registrar, that document we will ask him to upload, or we will ask the sub-registrar office to upload. Either of the one options I will select at that stage when this module is ready by you. So after this document is uploaded, these both have to be compared.
Got it. The
Understood?
uploaded document,
Yeah.
yes, the uploaded document and the entered data.
And the entered data.
So currently, it might seem silly, but then isn't there whoever has developed the platform, can he not come up with a software solution, just do the file comparison and data comparison rather than going the AI route? It's a simple software solution, right?
Yeah, at present we are having that, but still some of the other mistakes are happening.
Okay.
Ujjwal, Kumar has another question. While using the application, will user provide both the document and the pre-registration data as input?
Sorry?
While using the application, will user provide both the document and pre-registration data as input?
Yeah, that's what I was telling you, that at present we don't have that, but once you are ready with your solution, we will be asking the party to upload the document also. At present, we are not uploading the document. We are not asking the citizen to upload the document.
Is there a template to each document type, or the system should handle a sort of template, any sort of template?
That is the issue actually. As per law on document writing, we don't have any control over document writing. As per the registration law, that is entirely user's business, not department's business. So that is the issue. Though we have asked them to use our templates, which will minimize this issue, but none are interested. They go to their respective advocates or some other experienced person, document writers, and then they get the deed drafted by them only. They don't use the service or the templates which are provided by the department. At present, we have a service wherein after pre-registration, at the click of the button, he'll be able to generate the document, entire document by himself. But no one shows interest in using that facility. They just go to the document writers or some private authorized unauthorized person or some advocate, and they get the document drafted by them. And since it is out of the purview of the registration law, we also don't force them. We just give them suggestions, we just give them templates, we just give them all the options to download the document, but we cannot insist or force them to use ours only. That is the issue. That is where this problem is coming. In the previous question also, the gentleman asked me that why it's a simple thing, why can system take care of it? That is the issue. People don't want, they come up with the last minute things, and they come up with some new document entirely, and then they present before the sub registrar. So that is where the issue. If they all like use our service or the templates given by us, so it is all pre-checked, right? So nothing has to be more, has to be checked into it. But this is the issue. The people, we cannot force, and we cannot ask them to use ours only. They get their own documents. That's it. Hello.
Yeah. Any other question, guys?
Okay. Also, is this a combination of digital and handwritten both for English and Telangana both?
English and Telugu, you mean to say? No, both, all are, no handwritten ones are being used these days. Only typed ones.
Typed ones. Okay.
Yeah, typed ones. But Telugu is also more often coming, not in HMD area, outside HMD area, in the districts you might get, especially in Khammam and Adilabad, you might get those Telugu documents.
Okay. Okay. The main question was mainly around if it is a digital one or not, because it increases the
Yeah, they are
complexity.
digital. They are typed only. They are typed only.
Okay. Thanks.
Any other question? Okay. Hari asks, the metadata and document data are same or are different? Means 100% same, or new fields get added in the final document which are not there in the metadata?
No, they are the same. Whatever data entry is done, we don't want anything extra.
Do we have any existing data to fine tune our AI systems?
We have shared with Rishita. You mean sample data, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Sample data I have shared with Rishita.
Yeah, ma'am, just one last thing. So what I've understood, you want the solution flow like once the user upload the document, and after that he will just enter his detail, and the model will generate real-time alert, the instant alert you want, right? At the same time,
Yes,
so
exactly.
that he can correct, right?
Yes.
It should not be like the later after some. You want
No,
the
no, no.
instant,
Instant alert can
real time.
be given, and if it is not corrected, let him proceed. But SR
Hmm.
can be shown all those alerts. And
Hmm.
third thing, at a later stage, when we are like when once we are comfortable with the present solution, we can
Hmm.
go with the advanced version and do some certain sort of auditing also.
Yeah, we can integrate something like that. It will be
Yeah,
marked
yeah.
as a false document,
Yeah,
something like
some
that.
typical standardized reports is generated for the audit officer to later on, like after this document is registered, our audit officers can look into that report and do the auditing.
Yeah.
Some sort of quality report has to be generated apart from these alerts.
Okay. I mean that some database should be stored somewhere, no? Some
Yeah.
information like that.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so this is the
Like
false
what is the
document
market
is
value
right.
applied? What is the market value? Suppose I'll give you an example. Not initially, afterwards. Like this particular document is registered at the rate of 20,000 per square yard. Later on, due to some other issues, document is registered at a lesser rate, right? So you
Mhm.
can generate an audit report that the previous documents are registered at 20,000. Now it is registered at 18,000.
That
Like that,
got
all those sort of reports will be
uh,
helpful to our
this.
audit officers.
Okay, ma'am. This I got it, but I just want one clarity. This you want in this your current solution or in the later approach or in the future approach?
It's up to you. If you find this current solution which I have asked for, that is correctness
Uh-huh.
of the data, very simple, you can
Uh-huh.
go with this also at the same time.
Okay,
So
sure.
that's
Okay.
what I requested Rushita, that both these reports can be given. One for the citizen for alertness and sub-register at the same time for correctness of the data. Second for the officers, audit officers, which is like a very lengthy report showing all the parameters, comparing with the previous linked documents and all. That entire data can be given to our audit officers so that they
Okay.
can do audit. Okay.
So you want the market value analysis also? It will be
Yeah,
good if they
everything,
can.
everything,
Okay.
everything on
Thank
at
you.
the first instance only.
Yeah.
Later on, as I told that we can use more of GIS and other parameters and go for the advanced version. But at present, we are expecting only this much. Two types of reports: pre-registration report. Second is audit report. That's it.
Thank you. Okay.
Any other questions? Any other questions, anybody? We'll wait for a couple of more minutes. I guess if there are no more questions, thank you all for attending. Okay, from where can we sample the access sample? Okay, Ujjwal, the sample data will be given to you once you submit the approach note and are selected for round 2 where you'll build the POC. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time. A lot of interesting questions and thank you for patiently answering them.
Thank you. Thank you so much, all of
Thank
you.
you all for joining.
All the best.
Thank you. All the best, everybody.